Move the son of a...
Yeah, you damn right I got
What happened out there?
Oh, that stupid-ass flagman. They got a dumbass flagman that can't see. You know, we sat there, the USAC officials yelled yellow. I sat there, and he shut the green light back off. He turned the green light back on, so I got in the tuck position. And he wants to just go back to the pit. Well, and he can kiss my and if I get the chance, he's going to.
Jackson, you all right there?
I'm all right. Car's tore up.
Kick ass tomorrow, man.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, now you're officially in the hot pit. I love that intro. Chris, what's going on, man?
Oh, I love that intro, too. Man, oh, man, that was a cool thing. You had me watch that earlier today, and boy, oh, boy. Can't tell you how many times I wanted to be that guy.
I think a lot of people feel like that at some point. They want to come in like Hewitt. Chris, let's talk about Saturday night.
Yeah, for sure. Before we get started, though, listen, I want to tell you guys talked about a lot of topics, tonight that hit close to home. The weather this weekend, that sucks. That doesn't look like that's going to happen. The track conditions, we struggle with that too. I haven't had much fun with that. The last couple of races have been pretty bad for us. We haven't had the finishes that we wanted. But I also want to say hi to my daughter. She's listening out there tonight on Spreaker Radio. Had her download the app and bring it up on her phone. So hi, Kalia. Love you. Congratulations on your 8th grade promotion. Going to be a freshman next year.
Wow.
Love you, sweetheart.
Perfect. So, Chris, what's got you?
Saturday night.
What's
Saturday
got you
night.
Up?
Go.
Well, Saturday night, we had a good time Saturday night, obviously. Unfortunately, the results haven't been exactly what we wanted the last couple of Saturday nights. First night was great for us, obviously, but unfortunate luck at night 2 of Willamette Speedway and last Saturday night. Not exactly how we wanted to finish. I feel bad, I feel bad for Dan Dybel. Tore that car up pretty bad. Jeff Rash tore that car up pretty bad. It's my fault. I'm sorry. Subject to interpretation. Everybody's got their opinion about what happened that night. Lots of video evidence, obviously, that everybody can make their own opinion on. It's unfortunate what happened, though. The Super Sport class has been having a really good time. We've really been racing pretty good. We've been kind of the butt of the jokes for the classes, for all the tracks or all the cars at Willamette the last couple of years. The Super Sport class has kind of just been, the wreck fest, the 5-lap main events because we can't get 1 lap in, and we've been doing really good this year. And so for it to end the way it did that last Saturday night, big wreck, tore up a bunch of cars, that sucks.
Let's go back to that wreck out of turn 4. I want your perspective from the cockpit of what happened, and let the fans know, the people that didn't see that hear us talking about this. Let's talk about your perspective from the cockpit and how that whole thing started, and we'll talk about the results here like we have the last couple minutes.
Absolutely. So, we took the first. It's unfortunate, after we got past the 99, me and Gil had a pretty good battle there for 3 or 4 laps, and things were kind of spreading out like the Super Sport class has done recently. And then almost on cue, I listened to your broadcast, Corey, and it went yellow as if you were calling a yellow out for our class. And we restarted with Dave Miller on the outside. Great restart, went into turn 1, everything was smooth and clean, and then of course we had some other yellow. And I wasn't quite sure what happened because I heard Jeremy say, restart again, double up behind the leader, and next thing I know, the 88's on the outside. Okay, that's fine. Winkler's great. We've raced side by side hard a lot this year, and so I wasn't expecting anything, and took the restart behind Gil, and I got underneath Winkler and got back on side by side. We raced side by side for about 2 laps, and we made a good run on Gil right off the restart. And I thought, okay, this is great. We're going to have a good race here. I'm sure there's cars coming behind us. It's going to be a good battle. Coming off turn 3, I've watched a lot of video of this thing over the weekend. I broke it down a lot. It felt like I had a good run through 3 and 4, and I thought I held my line. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't know. Felt like I held my line. I know Jordan Wright was underneath us, and we were going 3 wide coming off turn 4, looking at the video now. And next thing I know, I'm spinning backwards in the wall and holding my foot into the brake so I don't hit the wall. And unfortunately, Dan Dybel collected us at probably 70 miles an hour.
That was a very big impact. Now, watching you and Winkler, you guys had, you really had a great race going prior to that accident, and it looked like when you came out of turn 4, there was a little bit of contact. This is my perspective from looking down from the Moxie Tower. A little bit of contact that, and when two cars get together, they're going to go one way or the other. It looked like it turned your car kind of up towards, towards his, and then down the front stretch you guys went, and chaos just ensued, and that was a very bad result from actually what was a very entertaining race prior to that. How bad is your car?
Well, fortunately, we only sustained a bent front bumper. My dad, he sits back there in turn number 2 and watches the race, and he said when he saw the wreck unfold, he just turned and walked away, and then after Extreme Fire and Rescue gave us the clear to get out of the way, we kind of observed what had happened between the 74 and the 75 and Rash and ourselves, and the Extreme Fire and Rescue crew. I can't speak highly enough about them, man. They kept us all away. Saw the guy in the helmet. It kind of scared the shit out of me, excuse my language, but it kind of scared the crap out of me. But
it's okay.
I see the guy standing there with his fire hose, and I'm just like, geez, what's going on here? And then I look at 74, and his fuel cell split open, basically. And so after they cleared us, and they wanted to tow my car away, and I don't remember who it was that came over and said, you guys look fine, and they pushed us away. We were able to start our car up and drive away, which was extremely fortunate, but pulled into the back area there, and my dad, he was in our crew. I can't, thank them enough. I got great guys on my crew, Bob and Richard and my dad, and pulled back in there, and they said, gosh, you just got a broken bumper, and fortunately enough, 4 or 5 guys stood on the bumper and bent it back down, and we were able to come back out and finish the race. After evaluating when we got home, looks like it's just a broken bumper. It's going to cost us $125 to start again next week, and I feel bad for the 74 and the 01 because I know they didn't get fortunate enough end of that stick.
Yeah, I was amazed when I saw the 16 roll back onto the track. Warren and I were both like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
Yeah.
It looked like you hit a lot harder than you did. So when you actually rolled out,
I'm amazed right now just to hear that it was just a bent bumper.
I am
That's
too.
amazing. It looked like total melee out there.
It did. It really did. That was a scary moment for as someone's been around racing a long time to see a wreck like that where guys are stacking up. You hate to see that.
You do.
But going back to you and Winkler, it sucks for both of you because both of you guys are quality drivers. You guys are fast and you're really rolling through the field. I was surprised when just because you had such a great race going, and we were actually talking about you two when the wreck happened.
We were.
Yeah, and it just, as like you said, you and Jordan Wright and Winkler had a fantastic race going. When you made the contact with the 88, did it feel like the car just jerked? Did it jerk the wheel out of your hands? What happened there? Because it looked like your car actually turned sideways in front of the 88 of Winkler.
Yeah, it absolutely did. I came out of the corner. Again, I thought I was holding my line, came out of the corner. The 88 made contact with us coming out of 4. Whether I hit him or he hit me, that's kind of irrelevant at this point. Coming down the front stretch, I at that point I was just holding on for dear life. I let go of the steering wheel. I watched enough NASCAR on TV. I watched enough of these dirt guys. It's like let go of the steering wheel. I got this stupid ass steering wheel that can mangle your thumb, and so I just let go of it and jam my foot into the brakes. I was praying not to hit the wall. I had no idea the 74 was coming high on the outside. That scared the shit out of me when he hit the wall. When he hit me, and I'm like, just hold on, don't hit the wall. And I'm thinking, okay, great, I didn't hit the wall. Oh my God, where'd the 74 come from? So,
it's just one of those deals where that's what sucks about the whole thing. It was just some really good racing going on, and like you said, whether whoever made the contact or whatever happened is irrelevant. The fact that you guys are both all right, the cars are okay. You're gonna get back on the track here at the next race and do it. Race again. That's the important.
Yeah, hopefully
part.
they don't do that again.
Well, no, and that's not what I meant when I say that. But
well, the chances are it might because that's good hard racing, man. That's all that is. So there's a possibility it could happen again. We hope it doesn't, but Chris, we were impressed that you got back out there and to come back and finish 8th. That was our hats off to you.
With so little time left.
Yeah, it was. We've been finally having fun racing this year. We won the first night out. that race scared me more than the last race did. Taking the green flag in the rain, that scared the crap out of me. Let me tell you what, Corey, you and I talked about that. I'm like, what are we doing, Jeremy? You're losing your mind. Why are we going green? No, my thumb's down.
Right.
And it was awesome. And then night 2, we had an unfortunate thing. A rock hit our distributor, broke the distributor. We were running up front, And then this last race, here we are running up front again. We're leading. We've led every race this year.
Right.
And it's like, okay, we finally hit on something. My dad's figured this out. My dad spent a ton of time on this, and he's just researched and spent so much time talking to people and learning how the car works. And we finally hit on something. And it's like, to have 2 DNFs the way we did, it just sucks. I mean, our class has been so good, and we've just had bad luck again, and hopefully this isn't a sign to come, knock on wood, or anything around me, but hopefully we're not back in that situation again where the super sport class starts going south.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And, number 1, we're glad you're all right. We don't want to see anybody get hurt. Number 2, glad to see the race car is okay. I mean, that is secondary to the driver. We hope we don't see any more action like that in the super sports as fast as you guys are going. You're right there in the hunt. I mean, you've had a pretty, all in all, I mean, even with the bad luck, you've still had a pretty successable season.
Well, you won down at the Grove, right?
No, you won at Willamette.
You won at the Grove, too.
Yeah, we won at Willamette. We had a pretty good run down at the Grove. I go to the Grove with zero expectations, because the first time I went down there, I hit the wall and a spring ended up in turn 2 crowd. And the second time I went there, we ended up on a rough. So
that's tough. Yeah.
Going down to the Grove, it's like, hold your breath. You never know what's going to happen.
That's true.
We raced the first night down there and finished 4th down there. Joey ended up winning that race. My goal that night was to stay on the lead lap. Thanks a lot, Joey, you bastard. You put me in hot down.
This is Hot Pit Live.
I love it, man. That is awesome. Again, just glad you're all right, Chris, and hopefully, you and Winkler, there's no bad blood, and you guys have you had a chance to talk with each other? No.
Hello.
Okay. He's there.
Oh.
He's there. No. So
I can barely hear whoever's just talking.
Well, I said hopefully you and Winkler have had a chance to talk things over, and you guys are on the same page, and there's no bad blood, and we want to see you guys have a good, safe, successful season.
No, Winkler came down to the pit after we were midway through the modified event, and he came down, and it was kind of like, there's his side and my side and somewhere in the middle, and the truth is somewhere in the middle, and I just told him, like, it's racing, it's a racing move. If I came up on you, I'm sorry. If you came down on me, tell me you're sorry. He said he was sorry. I'm like, okay, let's put this behind us. Next week we'll be out here doing this all over again. Well, hopefully this weekend, but
right.
Just put it behind us. Stuff happens. It sucks. Fortunately, we didn't get the short end of the stick like some other guys did, like I said, but it just put it behind us. No bad blood.
Right on.
I got nothing
good.
wrong with it. I was looking forward to a really good race, because I really think that if me and Winkler would have raced cleanly, if we would have got through those next couple of laps cleanly, we would have put a good running on Gil. It would have been a great show at the end.
I will agree with that. I will agree.
A real good feeling about that.
Awesome. Well, again, Bud, glad you're all right. We want to say thanks for calling into the High Octane Diecast Hot Pit. We're going to try to get on some other subject here, but again, we'll see you hopefully Saturday night at the racetrack if Mother Nature lets us go racing. If not, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And again, best of luck, Bud, and glad you're okay.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, guys. And Kalia listening, congratulations, Kalia, on your 8th grade promotion. I love you, sweetheart.
Yeah,
that's
right
awesome.
on.
Take care, Bud. See, another hot pit with some energy.
Yeah,
he came in like Evans. Evans came in a couple weeks ago, a little sideways. He did. I love it. But, I'm glad to hear that Mott and Winkler talked it out. Because that's a situation, depending on what car you're in or who you're a fan of or where you're actually sitting in the stands, to watch that happen, you could have said, he took him out. No, he took him. I mean, but for two guys to get together after a situation like that, and Joey, you've been in those situations as a race driver, things get a little emotional. It's no different than any other sport. To see, to hear those guys talked it out, and there's no bad blood. They just said, "Hey, look, put it behind us and go racing." That's good to hear, because if it carries on, all you're going to have is more torn up race cars.
That's very adult and professional at the same time.
Right.
It's
absolutely, and stuff happens.